Welcome to Aaliya's podcast, Women in Power, Women Influencers in Qatar. Influencers. You admire their lives, their aesthetics, their confidence. But you often don't see what it takes them to show to the world while being healed inside. Today, I'm joined by someone who is not just an influencer. She is someone who walked through fire and chose to shine. Today's episode is about reclaiming your voice, rediscovering your identity, and accepting the invitation to be seen unfiltered. Welcome to Broken to Bold with Mahdiya Farooq. A very warm welcome to you, Mahdiya. Thank you so much, and I'm very grateful for having you today with me. And
Thank you, Aaliya.
let me admit it that it's not just you have built a strong digital presence, but definitely you have built a powerful message. And it's not always easy to sit with someone who wears strength and also boldness so softly. Thank you so much for saying yes to this space, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Aaliya. That was so kind of you. And I am really honored to be here, part of your podcast show, and super excited to see
Thank
what
you.
we
Thank
can
you so
discuss.
much. Medhya, I have I have observed like followers of the influencers, they usually feel like you have been handed over this confidence, this security, this stability, like that. They want to live your life. So I just want you to, and I think there is a genuine reason because they don't see usually the real, the raw you. So I just want you to take us back to the play a time when you felt broken, your broken season of your life. Who was Mehdiya at that stage of life?
Okay, so that's a great question to start with. There was a broken season of my life that was like 10 years ago. And I wouldn't define it as broken. I would say I was in a very dark place. And that was right after my divorce. So I felt low. And we come from a community that kind of, it's stigmatized over
Yeah.
divorce and all of that. So I was very low. I didn't want to be part of anything. I wanted to just be alone. And I ran away from Sri Lanka because, I couldn't stay there. And that's how I came into Doha. And it happened, so the darkness continued even after my second marriage because it was about, wow, she got divorced and in 2 years she got married.
Married.
I mean, what kind of person
This
does
is a big
that?
shock to our culture.
So yes, the broken Madhya wouldn't want to be with people, wouldn't want to talk to people. She wanted to be in her private space. And it was a complete change to who I was before.
We scroll, we see filters, we see perfect reels and everything. People, the followers, don't see the real women behind it. Mehdiya, I want to ask you, as you stepped into this influencer journey space, what were your biggest emotional battles you were still carrying from the past?
So of course, in my head, I had people telling me that I'm never going to make it in life. Right? So it was not just the content creation journey. Influencer is a very big team that a label that you put on. So am I able to influence people? That's a different topic. But I would like to say it's the content creation journey that I started. So one of the biggest battles that I had to face was in my head, people telling I'm not going to make it in life and looking at me as a person that they don't want to be associated with because, divorce and all of that.
Yeah, of
And me coming out and talking about myself. So that was the biggest battle, like making myself believe I'm good enough.
Good enough,
I
yeah.
always felt I was not good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Self-doubt. And I
Yes,
think that's also
lots of self-doubt.
That's also society created and culture
Absolutely,
created the
absolutely.
self-doubt in us, and also the self-sacrificing. We are for like only marriage material, only kids
So it's just been, Aaliya, it's not just the broken part of me. I think as children, it's been fed into you. This is the narrative and the noise that you hear from your parents, from people around you, and you know the cultures that we come in.
Yeah,
You're often
definitely.
told not to speak out louder, don't be disrespectful,
True.
don't make bold moves. So it's there, the conditioning, right?
Be silent, because for them
Absolutely.
silence is obedience.
Silence is a virtue, right?
So this is
Exactly.
cultural conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. So did you ever felt like torn between showing truth and maintaining a public image? And what was the most vulnerable moment as an influencer?
As an influencer, yes, because when I started, you just want to show the good stuff, right? You want to show the aesthetics, the
Yeah.
beauty, you want to show your
Glam.
fashion, the glam, because that's what we see on Instagram.
Yeah.
But so my vulnerable moment was that, you know, the decision whether I want to show
My
what
person.
others are showing or should my blog be something purposeful. Or a conscious blog. So if you even go back to where I started, you would see my content is much more of purpose. And I would always tie in with, you know, positivity or something. And I wanted to show people, like, I know you started off with saying they don't show the raw, but I think my blog, I try my best to show the raw side as
Unfiltered,
well, the unfiltered side of me as well.
True, that's true. And I have seen, I've observed your blog. You have been so open talking about your personal life, you know, inspiring so many ladies to step up and start their journey. Don't have that guilt, mother guilt, or of your past life. That's really amazing. That's what women need to hear.
Thank you, but it's not been easy.
Easy. I know.
I mean, I never spoke about my divorce until a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I never spoke about a child I had who is with my ex-husband, whom I don't get to see. It was so difficult. It is still so difficult for me. But then I realized there are so many women, and who am I afraid of?
Yes, of course.
Who's going to judge me? It doesn't matter to me anymore, right?
That's why today you are
So,
here.
and there are a lot of people who are going through this, women who are afraid to speak up just because they want to be judged. They're scared they're going to be judged.
Yeah.
They're scared they're not going to be part of a community.
True.
And I just want to tell them, right, you don't need to be part of a community.
Yeah.
You are a community,
Community,
right?
truly,
So when you build yourself and you think you're the community that you want to build, community does come into you.
Definitely.
Right? So
It's true. It's true. So what did content creation play role? They played a role in your life, you know, that helped you to gain more confidence. Like,
It was very vital and pivotal. I'll tell you. I started during COVID,
Yeah.
and I didn't have any friends. So the whole purpose. So I was working. I work in a company. I'm very happy with my job. So it was just my workmates, and I just come into Doha. So when COVID was
Happened,
amazing, you know, I would tell you it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
And that's when my husband was the one who was like, why don't you start a podcast, or why don't you? So I started off with YouTube videos about, so I'm from a psychology background. So I was like, why don't I talk about positivity and all of that? And then when you wouldn't believe, the first video I recorded, I did it 100 times. I was stammering. I couldn't talk,
I can believe it.
you know.
I have also done same.
But yes, how it helped me, I networked, I
Yes.
connected with a lot of
Definitely.
people, and I connected with brands. I found myself. So as a child, I've been loud, I've been boisterous. So I lost it within that
during
phase.
that broken
I
period.
found myself. I
Back.
found my inner child healing.
so
I wanted to bring her out and say, hey, you're back. Okay, come on. Now is the time to have fun and be yourself.
That's
so
so
yes,
nice.
content creation did. And I am a creative person.
Yes. So did being visible help you to reclaim parts of yourself?
I always wanted to be visible.
Visible.
I want to be someone
Like
who's
you
seen.
said, I was loud.
I always wanted to be visible,
Seen,
right?
to be seen,
So yes,
like-
again, being visible, coming out of that fear.
Yes.
People are going to talk about you. You need to hide. It brought back, you know, like being visible was everything to me.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, I was so happy being seen.
That's so lovely. That's so lovely to hear. And it's always said like bold means to being loud and, you know, like talking. But also it has a little deeper meaning. What I have felt, bold means to get up again and again, like not giving up, right? You agree with me?
Of course, Aaliya, like what you're doing something here is bold, right? So the misconception that we have, like what women feel, bold means not always necessarily to make a point.
Point,
It's not always being about being right or about making sacrifices or climbing that mountain.
Yeah.
Bold means finding your spirit. Even if you fall down,
Exactly.
okay, get up. It's okay.
Don't give.
It's okay to fail, and it's okay to make 100 mistakes. It's okay if things don't work. You're bold when you come out of it and start trying again. And I want to quote Jay Shetty. I was actually watching one of his videos where he said that go through every open door. And if some doors are closed, it's okay. That's not for you. So it was really like a thought-provoking moment because there are so many doors that's presented to
Wonderful,
you.
wonderful.
So bold means experiencing all those doors. Go through them.
Go through it.
Opportunities are presented. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And it's okay.
Definitely. You mentioned Jay Shetty,
Yes.
an influential person. I would like to mention somebody who has been a very influential person in my life. That's Mel Robbins.
Yes.
She said, if I can make it happen, you can also do it.
Absolutely. I mean, I watch her podcast
Yeah.
every day in the morning,
It's she's a
It's
wonderful-
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. We need such people around us
Absolutely,
always.
absolutely.
Talking about boldness, so being a mother, being a wife, and also working women, as you're very content with your work, I heard recently about your new venture, 8. So when I heard this, I was very curious. What is this Mahdiya has come up with? 8. So I would like to you to talk about this 8 venture.
Thank you, Aaliya. So before I talk about 8, so I just want to tell something because it's related to building businesses and making your dreams come true. So most people or most women, when they build up their goals or dreams, they always feel like success and happiness comes through achieving that dream, right? But it does not come through achieving. It's the journey. The journey is the most beautiful. Like, I'll give you an example, like Christmas or Eid, right?
Yeah.
But once it comes, like, that's it. So I want women to focus on their journey and the experiences that they get from it. So for me as a person, I need something to motivate me daily. So I'm not happy with, having a successful job or having an amazing content creator profile. So I always wanted to build my own business. So 8 is my favorite number. So
that's
it's not that I believe in numbers, but I am born on 8th of March, International Women's Day. And I also believe 8 is a number of infinity, right?
Yeah.
So I used to live in Hong Kong for 10 years. And they have this Chinese theory about the Feng Shui about 8 being a lucky number. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start my suite of businesses from 8. So I have an interior design company, which I love to create because I have a rental home. And I think women love to make their homes beautiful,
Definitely,
right?
yes.
And in Qatar, it's very difficult for people like us to own homes. So I have created my business, which is budget friendly. So for people who have rental homes, you can still make your home happy. Right? So that was the whole theory about it. So then I was like, okay, this is a business, but why don't I do something that I'm passionate about? So I created 8 Concepts. 8 Concepts is an event management company. It's a holistic event management company, which does like rituals, which gets a group of women together. So we have like skincare rituals, meditations. We go onto a farm. I'm also planning something international. So it's like a concept development, entity, and I'm super excited to launch it very
I
soon.
wish you good luck for this
Thank you.
venture. Mahdiya, I want to ask you, can you share something from your daily routine like you do so that our audience who see you as the influencer, who see the reels and the captions and everything, they want to know about what is your normal day?
Okay, so my normal day has changed in the past couple of months. And again, I want to quote back to a book, Atomic Habits, that I recently read. So I was struggling to lose weight. And I lost quite a lot of weight, right?
Wow.
I lost about, I think, 15 kilos. And it started off with reading Atomic Habits. And the book was about how you build simple daily habits
yeah.
instead of, because see, we don't go to the gym because it's a struggle.
Yeah.
You want to be a writer. You don't want to start writing because, So when I read the book, what I learned is that if you want to do something in life, do it every day in small, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So coming back to the question that you asked me, a daily life, my daily life starts with waking up every day 5:30 because I need to get my son ready to
for
school. So first off, I have, a bottle of water. I drink 1 liter of water.
When you wake up?
Yes, every day. Take my probiotics. and then get my son ready to school, I would switch on Mel Robbins or Jay Shetty, and it's going on in the background, listening to that. On days that I feel a little romantic, probably I'll switch on a Shah Rukh Khan song.
Songs.
Yeah, depends on my mood. Send my son off to school. Every day I work out. It can either be a couple of songs that you're dancing for Shakira, either your planks, jumping jack, anything, guys. It doesn't
you make
need to
sure,
be,
yeah.
but make sure you stick to it. I do that. I write my journal, speak to my mom. My mom lives with me. So whenever she's there, I need to give her that tender, loving care. Pick up my clothes, get dressed, go to work every day.
Yes.
And I head as the commercial director for a private firm. So I have a whole lot of things that I need to do. So on my way to work, that's precious, that car journey. That's where I edit my reels and, I do all of that. So when I go to work, I write my to-dos, what needs to be done.
task.
I make few calls to my friends, everybody. And then my daily routine starts. So the struggle, the stress, the anger, the emotions, all of that is
Everything is
there.
there.
Not every day I'm with makeup at work.
Yeah,
But I have a bag of makeup because obviously when you're in front of the camera, as much as we want it to be unfiltered, you want to look a little pretty. We are women and it's
That's
okay.
very okay.
Finish up work and come home, play with my son, or go for an event if there is an event.
Collab event or anything.
Collab, whatever. So every day is a grind. It's not the glam that you see.
Exactly.
It's not the beautiful cafes that you visit. We hardly get to enjoy that cafe because you're constantly
You're
shooting.
working, yeah.
It's work.
It's work.
So if an influencer tells you the life is about all glam and glitz, it's not true.
It's not true.
Glam and glitz is there. All the free goodies are nice. You make money out of it.
Yeah.
But the struggle is real.
The challenges are
The
real.
messiness,
Yes.
sometimes the sadness, feeling like, oh my God, am I doing it right? And sometimes it's like, it's too much. So what happened yesterday was like, I was working till 10 in office. So today, since I had to come here, I told my boss, look, I'm not feeling okay. I have to go to a podcast. Can I just stay at home? So there are days you feel like you don't want to do anything as well.
Just want to hide somewhere.
Absolutely.
Nobody should come up with
Absolutely.
the task list and responsibilities to you.
Absolutely.
These are the
So
moments in our
this
lives.
is what life is made of. It's just a simple
true.
life.
It's true. It's true. Mahdiya, there are women watching us every day, right? Who feel silenced, stuck and broken. If you have lost all belief in themselves, they feel like this, that they have lost belief in themselves. What is your strong and powerful message to all the women who feel like they are silenced, they have been silenced, or they are silenced, or they have lost themselves?
So my only message would be, don't look for that knight in shining armor. Don't look for that savior to come and save you. Whether it's your husband, whether it's a boyfriend, your mom, your friend, nobody's going to save you. It's yourself. Yes, I know you feel silenced. I know it's very difficult. And sometimes it's easy for people like me or you who've had the privilege. We have the privilege of working. Probably we have supportive partners. We have a good family. It's taken us to build. So it's easy to sit here and tell them, this is how you should come out of it. True. But it's difficult when someone is experiencing, probably, they've been abused. They've been,
toxic relationship.
Exactly. But what I want to tell them is, you can do it only if you're willing to come out of it. So you need to first condition yourself to know it is okay that you're feeling this way, but there is always a way out. So it's what you want in life, and it is not okay to be abused. It is not okay for someone to tell you not to speak up. It is not okay for someone to tell you you don't have the right to do something. So women today should understand their power. And I think one of the biggest struggles that we have is women don't know where to reach for help. So, Aaliya, I would really recommend if you could find out. There are lots of support centers in Qatar, and Qatar has lots of shelters as well,
Definitely.
where women can go if they are in, different difficult relationships. So, ask for help. Reach out to people, like Aaliya, probably she has an institution called Family Bond. Reach out to me. Reach out to people who can actually help you or give you some guidance on how you can come out of it. Asking for help is okay.
Yes, it's
You know,
okay.
keeping quiet is not okay.
Yeah, let's normalize help. Let's
Exactly.
normalize being vocal about your needs.
Normalize
yeah.
thinking it's okay. It's okay if you've made the biggest mistake in life. Because
yeah.
if you don't make mistakes, you're not
You're
human.
not learning. True.
But ask yourself, what do you want out of life? And ask for help. We are here to help, right?
Wow, Mahdiya, I really, really, truly felt every word of you. And I'm very sure that whoever is listening to us, whoever will listen to this podcast episode, they will definitely get inspired from your talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aaliya.
So before we end up our conversation, I have something fun, something unfiltered, fun game to play with you.
Okay, shoot it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say something. You have to say something that comes to your mind,
All right.
okay? From your heart.
It's like coffee with Karan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So one thing you never share online.
My age?
One daily ritual that keeps you grounded.
Prayers.
One bold outfit that made you feel invincible.
I don't have one bold outfit. Every day I
You're
wear,
wearing bold
yeah,
outfit.
I feel
One
bold.
DM or comment that deeply moved you.
Yeah, I have people messaging. Like this morning, there was
Yeah.
someone who messaged me and said that, you know, I inspired her
Yeah.
by something I did. So I have messages coming in from followers.
Yeah.
So whenever they reach out, I think someone taking time and replying, it
That's
does
very
inspire.
sweet. Yeah, that's it. So if your healing journey had a background song, because I know you love Hindi songs, mostly Shah Rukh Khan. So what would it would be?
Okay, I need to think.
Healing journey.
Okay, I don't have a Shah Rukh Khan
Okay,
song,
anyway.
but my healing journey, it's what I can relate to. It's if tomorrow never comes. Okay, and I don't know why, but it makes me very nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you could create one slogan for bold women, what would it be?
Spread out your wings. It's ready to fly. It's time to fly. Okay, spread out
Yes.
your wings and it's time to fly.
A message to your past self in 3 words.
Don't be afraid. I'm here. I'll take care of you.
Thank you, Mahdiya, for being so bold and showing up your raw and unfiltered story. And I'm very sure the people, the ladies who have been watching us today, they might definitely get a lot of benefits out of it. Thank you so much. And to all our listeners, this was the story from broken to bold, and a reminder to you that being bold means to start again. Thank you, Dream Podcast, and their wonderful team. And remember, behind every screen, there is a woman who has survived a storm. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, keep reclaiming, and be bold.